9 women share the sex positions they tried once and never again. Usually, mixing things up in bed, new toys in new locations, is a fun thing. But every once in a while, that new position you've always wanted to try takes a very wrong turn. Like, so wrong that you wonder whether you should ever have sex in that position again. From broken penises to gastric explosions, here are the positions 9 traumatized women will never ever try again. Reverse cowgirl. I went back to this guy's place after last call, and it turned out that he had this annoying obsession with my ass, rubbing it, spanking it, pausing to stare at it. I've never done reverse cowgirl, but I thought the faster he comes, the faster I can go home. There was a lot of bouncing, and at one point we got out of sync and he slid out. I landed right on his boner and heard a cracking noise. We spent the rest of the night in the emergency room tending to his broken peen. Christine, 29. 69. My friend with benefits and I were doing our thing, when out of nowhere, he maneuvered me into the 69 position. I started gagging from the smell. Turns out he's not very skilled at wiping. We're back to being friends, no benefits. Egg, 33. Standing O. I'd always wanted to try shower sex, so my boyfriend and I decided to get busy in the bathroom one morning. Things were pretty hot at first. He pinned me against the wall, and I wrapped my leg around him to pull him closer. Only, as the bathroom became steamier, I started feeling faint. My limbs flopped to my sides and my body morphed into a limp noodle. If it weren't for my BF's hella fast reflexes, I probably would have smashed my face on the soap dish. Long story short, we take baths now. Amantha, 22. Anal. My boyfriend had been whining to me for months about trying anal, so I finally decided to go through with it on his birthday. Half a bottle of vodka later, I was ready to get to it. I woke up the next morning thinking the experience wasn't so bad. Until I sat up and looked down at our bed sheets, which were now tie-dyed brown. Pillowcases too. Never again. Annie, 24. The wheelbarrow. One night after a ton of wine, my husband and I decided that we were going to try the wheelbarrow. I got into the push-up position and he lifted my legs so that I could wrap them around his waist. I lifted my tailbone up slightly, which hit the right spot for both of us. But as my hubs grabbed onto my torso to bring it home, his hands pressed on my bladder and I peed everywhere. It was such a buzzkill that just thinking about the position makes my lady boner flee the scene. Rin, 31. The Stairmaster. Things got hot and heavy with a co-worker after a holiday party. We went back to his condo, and before I knew it, we were doing it on the staircase. Trying to be sexy, I went into the lap dance position, which I've never tried before, let alone on a set of stairs. I expected the bouncing, but what I didn't expect was to be bounced right off his lap and tumble down the stairs naked. It was mortifying. I'm so grateful we work in different departments. Italia, 24. Help things go a little smoother with one of these organic lubes from the Women's Health Boutique. Doggy style. During the only round of doggy style I had with my ex, he railed into me so hard that the upper half of my body slid off the bed and I cracked my head open on his dresser. I know the odds of it happening again are slim, but why chance it? 27. Flying 5. My new guy is well endowed, so I've had to take a few sex positions off the table for my vagina's sake. One of them was what I like to call the flying V, where you're in missionary and your legs are over his shoulders. The one time we tried it, he got really into it and started jackhammering away. I started feeling a little off down there, but powered through. Little did I know that I'd started bleeding. By the time we were done, the bed looked like a murder scene. I didn't want him to feel bad, so I told him my period came early even though it had already ended the previous week. Note to self, never power through. Illy, 25. Pegging. My husband and I put together no-holds-barred sex bucket lists, and one thing he'd always wanted to try was pegging. We got down to business after an amazing dinner out. He started groaning as I was gearing up to use the strap-on, which I took as a good sign. It wasn't. Just as I lubed up and, well, stuck it in, his stomach made this awful gurgling noise and he literally exploded with diarrhea. We never spoke of it again. The silver lining is that he doesn't ask me for anal anymore either. Eb. 35